Hey everyone, rudyxx here to talk about another RPGalooza game, Evolution Worlds for the Nintendo GameCube. And for those of you that don't know, RPGalooza is a project I started involving playing through a huge list of RPG titles ranging from Western style to Japanese. And while I'm not a huge RPG connoisseur, I do like to dabble in them every now and then, so hopefully I can provide for you all a more modern day gamer's look at my experiences with them. So with that out of the way, on to Evolution Worlds. This was kind of a weird experience for RPGalooza, because I had not only played this game before, but I had also played the original Dreamcast versions of the games as well, which I'm sure doesn't sound too weird, except for the part where apparently my only memories of this game were from the Dreamcast versions. As I played through Evolution Worlds, I kept running into this situation where I was like, oh, this next part is cool, I can't wait for this to happen. And then that next part not only just not happening, or just being an entirely different thing altogether, and my brain just didn't want to process or accept that that kept happening. It took me at least 3/4 of the game to realize that the game wasn't a mystery dungeon game like the original, and that everything had been toned down to an almost embarrassingly easy level of difficulty. And while I don't mind simple or easy games now and then, it took roughly an hour or two to play through what was essentially the first Dreamcast game, which unfortunately made everything about the game feel incredibly rushed, or just placed kinda together haphazardly. Even now, I'm not really sure if I was enjoying the game while I was playing it, or if I was just reliving the Dreamcast games in my head and associating those games with my experience with this game. Either way though, for RPGalooza, I still give this game a 7 out of 10. At the very least, I feel like I was having a good time, or at least I think I was. The characters and environments are all really cute. The music is pretty good, and the dungeons felt like they were pretty well designed despite not being randomized. There was some issues with the game randomly going from like 30-minute dungeons to a 3-hour dungeon, but at the very least it had checkpoints and exits and stuff. So it didn't feel like I was dragging on forever, despite it actually dragging on forever. The character customization stuff was pretty cool to have, but unfortunately the game would randomly force you into specific parties at points, and that could have gotten really annoying, but the game was easy enough that it never really became an issue. Spending a lot of time and effort on one character only to have them disappear for forever is always something that will irk me, but thankfully I kind of knew that happened a lot going into this game, so I only ever really upgraded the main character until the end of the game, and this game was still incredibly easy. Another kind of disappointing thing about this experience was the serious lack of dungeons in general. The original Dreamcast games had a large number of dungeons to play through, and this version basically just streamlined you through the major story stuff, while basically eliminating a lot of the things that helped the original games feel interesting and unique. All in all, I would suggest playing the two original Dreamcast games instead, unless you just really want an incredibly streamlined and condensed experience of what those games offered. Overall, it was a really fun experience, but it definitely didn't really live up to the originals. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and would like to look forward to many more RPG reviews in the future, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in seeing me actually play through a variety of games in real time, make sure you follow my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/rudyxx. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.